Hey class, so it was brought to my attention today that there might be a section missing out on the lectures where I didn't really discuss how you can use After Effects as sort of a drawing tool and you can create basic objects and stuff inside of After Effects without having to import them or do anything fancy like that. So I have After Effects open here, and inside my composition, like for this assignment specifically, we have you'll have two separate balls, and then during another one, you have the option to do either um, like you can do for the impact scene two balls, one ball hitting another ball, or you can do a hammer option, right? And so let me go over quickly how to just kind of do basic drawing inside of After Effects. Now, up here at the top, I have some basic drawing tools here. We have a shape tool, and a pen tool and a text tool. Now, down towards the lower right corner of each of these tools, there's a little triangle. That little triangle just indicates that there is more to this little tool menu, right? There's like a sub menu underneath it. And so if I click and hold and then let go, if I single click, hold and let go, it comes up with a bunch of different shapes for me to essentially work with, right? And so let's say we want that circle, we want that ellipse. I'm gonna select the ellipse tool here. And what I'm gonna do in order to make a perfectly symmetrical circle, I'm gonna hold down my shift key and I'm gonna click and I'm gonna drag. And that will create a perfect circle here. Now, I want to create another circle, but I don't want it to be on the same layer. Now, if I were to just continue drawing here, if you look at my layer down here, you're going to notice that as I keep drawing, there's more and more objects being added to this single layer. That's okay sometimes, but I want to be able to control this layer and have this, the transform position property to create a bounce, right? And so if I do that, if I hit I'm sorry, P for position, and I start to move this, you're going to see that they all move together. And so that can create an issue for us. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back under these contents and I'm going to select these additional circles and I'm going to delete them because all we want is this one circle on one layer, and then we want another circle on its own separate layer. Two ways to do this, right? You can just duplicate this by hitting Control D. That is, here, let me see here. Control plus D equals duplicate. And so you can do that if you ever need to just create the same thing, right? And then if I move this, because they're right on top of each other, we have two separate circles. Another thing to do is to click off of all of your layers so none of them are selected. Then select your Shape Builder tool, which happens to be the shortcut Q as in quail, or quick or quiet. And then you will go ahead and draw your shape. So again, that is clicking off and then drawing your shape. And now I have four separate layers, four separate ellipses, and I have like full capability and control over all of them, right? And so that is how you draw basic shapes inside of After Effects. Now, let's look at the hammer, because the hammer is it's multiple shapes put together, right? As one object. And so I want to select the um, square builder tool, but I don't want to necessarily, I can click here and do it like that. But if I want to do it quickly, the shortcut to do this is just the letter Q again. So if I continue hitting Q, it cycles through those shapes until I get to the one I want. And so I'm going to draw the base of this hammer here. It's going to be shorter, a little bit stockier. And now I want to draw the handle, but I don't want it on the separate layer. So making sure that my layer is still selected, I'm going to go ahead and draw the handle of my hammer. Now, if you want to change the colors of that, you just have to go under, if you unfurl your shape layer and then go under contents, it shows your two separate objects here, right? And so what happens is when you continue to draw, it's going to stack it on top. I can change this specific, the handle. Let's say I wanted this handle to be, I don't know, like the red is fine, right? And so I can just click on that and create it to be red. But the problem is it's the layer order is incorrect, right? The handle should be below the hammer so that we just see the handle kind of flushly meeting up with the actual head of the hammer. And so I'm going to take this second rectangle I drew and I'm going to just move it underneath that first one. And then that changes the layer order stacking. Okay, so as the same that the layer order matters here inside of your timeline, layer order also matters inside of your contents inside of the layer. So just keeping that in mind, right? And then what I would do is let's move that anchor point from the center of the hammer up to the very top of the handle where the swing would occur from. And I'm going to hit R. And then if I start to rotate it, you see that it rotates like an actual swinging hammer, right? And so that's just a quick, short little tutorial on how to draw through here. Another tool that you can use if you want more hand-drawn organic shapes is the pen tool here, right? You can click on that, and then you can, if you click and hold and drag, you get Bezier curves to those shapes as well. So you can get more of like an organic shape here, or if you just click without dragging and just click on spots, or just clicking in space, you can create more of a sharp edged object, right? So just quick tips there for you guys. I hope this helps out. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this assignment, okay? Have a good week. Good luck.